And we're live, guys, sort of. I was sitting here thinking I just had a client, as I do almost every day, and we were going over her stats and her symptoms. And I also have a course page where I do a bunch of mini consultations with clients. And I started thinking about this doctor called Ben Lynch. Now, he's the man sitting on the left. And I want you to hear what he's saying, and then I'll elaborate. So, listen to what this guy's saying. It has everything to do why people fail on these low carb diets. So, here we go.
Epigenetics. Yeah. Epigenetics are basically the stuff that's around our genes that influence them. So we think that our genes are stagnant and they will turn on and off at will. Like we're doomed with our own genes. But the cool thing is we are learning now that epigenetics controls how our genes function. And epigenetics is controlled by us. Really? Yes. In what way? Our lifestyle, our mindset, the foods that we eat and that we should eat, but we don't. Our sleep behaviors. Do we sleep well or do we not? Our activity level. Do we overtrain? Do we undertrain? So all the things that we do every single day influence how our genes function. That's amazing. So
just that, all it took was a couple back here. Okay. That's powerful. Everything that you guys do in a day affects the way your genes are expressed. And so you'll go and listen to a guru and they'll say, oh, I eat this in a day, and you want to follow it. But how you sleep, how you eat, how you commiserate, how you deal with stress, the timing of your eating, how fast you chew your foods, what time you eat, what you eat, how fast you eat, all of these things play a massive role in how your genes are expressed. And that right there is the problem. So people fail because they follow other people, and what works for them doesn't work for themselves. What works for another person, their epigenetics, the way their genes are expressed, is going to be what they do in a 24-hour day. That's the problem with, oh goodness, yeah, that's the problem with everyone trying to get results. Now, we are very similar as human beings, but we're also very different, because you take a woman who's my age and almost 53, same height, our weight's the same, but she doesn't lift. So her body fat percent is going to be higher. She could have metabolic disease that she's unaware of, thyroid condition, hormonal endocrine system issue, but on paper we look the same. So a dietitian is going to give us the same diet because, we both want an optimal healthy diet. So she's going to probably stick us on a standard American diet that's healthy with nuts, fruits, and grains, send us out the door, and our gut wall is going to be completely different. Our histamine response is going to be different. And then the breakdown of tissue is going to be different. And then how we deal with stress is going to be different. And then everything's just going to be different. And you're going to get different outcomes, even though we live a very similar life and not life, sorry, living in a similar age at the same time. I'm going to talk about diamine oxidase and the gut wall, but I think I'm going to do that in the next video. I just want to do a quick video and say that few seconds of like everything you do in 24 hours is going to dictate how your body responds to a ketogenic or carnivore diet is everything. Because if you have, if someone says eat 2 pounds of beef and you've got issues breaking down uric acid and purines through the kidneys, then that's not going to work. if you've got hypoglycemia or a thyroid condition, you can't regulate your blood sugar, eating high amounts of meat with not enough fat, or even graduating your carbs down or finding carbs that don't freak out your gut wall, like jasmine or white rice, because everything's been bleached. Not everything, a lot of things have been bleached out. Well, that doesn't work. So, what else can we do for starch as we're graduating down into a completely carnivore, high fat carnivore, or ketogenic, high fat, ketosis driven carnivore diet? And minding your electrolytes and things of this nature, your reserves of magnesium. Now, potassium reserves are kind of low. We don't really hold on to it, but if your gut wall is open and you aren't absorbing potassium, or if you're not even trying to find potassium that your body can try to absorb, especially exogenous potassium, then you're going to hit problems, and that's why people go off. So when your electrolytes are out of whack for too long, that can affect your endocrine system, which can impact your adrenals, your thyroid, and women lose their period, because ultimately that's going to impact your reproductive hormonal system. And so solutions for that would be all obviously to really start taking a journal of what foods you react to. And I'm like this woman today, she's like, well, I eat lamb and I eat pork and I eat this and I eat that. And I said, well, let's do one food group at a time, this for 3 days, this for 3 days, and this for 3 days. And she didn't know the difference between the gallbladder and leaky gut symptoms. So I think I want to do another video on that right now. But when you don't experiment and isolate, then you can't fix the problem. So once people start experimenting and isolating, they start to go, whoa, I'm reacting to butter. Let's cut that out and go to tallow. If I'm going to have leaf lard or suet, that's going to be not enough fat per ounce. So we're going to have to almost double up what you would eat for suet or leaf lard or suet than what you would have for tallow. And these it's very complicated, but once you get it, it becomes simple as pie. It becomes simple as pie. Now you've regulated the fats. Now your gallbladder's been addressed. Now all the 24-hour day, you're not working out too late at night. You're working out under 2 p.m. You're getting up and following your circadian rhythm. You slow down eating your food. If you're having issues with your HCl levels, then you might use betaine HCl for the short term, because some people react to apple cider vinegar. You chew your food slowly. If you got a gallbladder problem, then you definitely don't want to drink your fat in any teas or broths or anything, because then people feel so sick if they have sludge, stones, or no gallbladder, but sludge or stones that they're not aware of. Now I gotta go. This was just a quickie. I'm gonna make another video right now about gallbladder, and I'm gonna talk about DAO all in the same outfit, because I gotta get these videos in. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, you overcomplicated. The body's complicated, and people get sick following bad advice. And really, I think the thing is that people don't learn enough on their own. People like trying to always get a quick answer from someone else, and life is never that simple. If you guys want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com. I also run a course where I go over this stuff in detail, where it's not messy, it's very organized. Low carb, high fat, keto, omnivore, carnivore, high fat, ketogenic version of it. And my Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic, where I covered so much stuff on my stories and on my page. And go check out my interview with Sean Baker at Meet RX on YouTube. Pretty cool. He's eating fat. I wonder if he was influenced. Now I gotta go, guys. Peace. I gotta see my boy Thunder. And I do consultations too.